I want to take 3 minutes of your time and talk about books. Books about custom cars from the 1960s. The first one is my own book about Bill Cushenbery. Of course, it's not completed yet. It will be available for publication next year. You can see there also includes information about the Space Coupe project that we're in the middle of. Like I said, it's not available. There are two that are. In the next two 60-second segments, I want to introduce you to two books that I recommend. Gene Winfield's book. We met with him in 2008 at the Pomona Car Show, and he was gracious enough to show us his book. It's incredible. It had just come out at the time. I highly recommend it. And in the last 60-second segment, I want to show you Darryl Starbird's book. You got to contact Darryl and Donna Starbird at their Hall of Fame museum in Afton, Oklahoma to get a copy of this book, but you got to get it. It's incredible.
This is my new book. It took us, like I said, quite a few years to put this together, and it's got kind of my history up to 1966. So it's got a lot of the early stuff. One of my that was an ad that I had in a magazine, probably in 1953. And this is the second issue of Rod and Custom magazine. The very first issue was May of '53. This is June of '53, and I'm on the cover. Great Wendy's Custom Shop. That was my first, what I called it, the very first shop, and that was in 1947. All kinds of racing and, you know, involvement with Dry Lakes and Bonneville and roundy round racing. I messed up some really nice cars. Then I went to Tokyo for a while, and in the Army, and that's where I really learned how to work metal, was in Japan. By watching the Japanese people, and I really learned how to work metal and hammer weld and shrink and stretch and everything. But it's a nice book. Very, very happy with it.
May 1st, 2019, I got to spend the day with Darryl Starbird in his beautiful Hall of Fame museum in Afton, Oklahoma, with his lovely wife, Donna.
Yeah, we did those.
That's a mind-blowing experience, but if you can't get to the museum, you got to get this book. I recommend both. Go to the museum and get this book. This is an incredible book. You got to get it. By a master. And he was a friend of Cushenbery's. In fact, Bill and Darryl sort of started off together in a way back in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the 1950s.